What is going on, you guys? My name is Rage and we are back today with another Dark Dimension 5 video guide and playthrough for you all, following up on my last video utilizing my cosmic roster here. As you can see, it's going to be the same 5 characters, but let me go through and show you who I've used. Kestrel here, as you can see, fully upgraded just due to her capabilities, how powerful she is as a one-man show, really being able to bring up the rest of the team, especially when combining them with the fellow Eternals. Next up, we got Falavel providing protection. The nice thing about her is that she's got some decent damage, but as well as providing a barrier, and as well and having offense down, does control the waves a little bit, and that conjunction with the rest of the team here. Next up, the Eternals combination of Cersei and Icarus. Just such a powerful duo, you guys. I would argue that just having Cersei, Icarus, and Kestrel, those 3 alone, combined with other 2 characters in Cosmic, could definitely push you through. She's got a cleanse, she's got a stun, she's super supportive, and the fact that she has a lot of potent damage when combinating with the key player here being Icarus, really bringing him because of his opportunity to flip the positive buffs into negatives, and whenever he has an opportunity to actually utilize his ultimate twice, it can do some really devastating damage. And then last but not least, rounding out the rest of my team here is Star-Lord T'Challa here. He's got a blind, he can provide supportive capabilities. The fact that he's actually just a well-rounded character. He also gets a lot of turns in just given how fast he is. So I do recommend traits like the Isolate Healer. He can actually provide sustainability and healing if needed. But otherwise, he's a really good skirmisher and raider as well. That's it, guys. Those are the 5 characters right there. Let's dive right into the gameplay. Now, I will say, guys, with this second node of the Cosmic nodes, it's definitely one of the hardest ones out of this cluster of 3 nodes, just because it did take me the most attempts, but you'll see why in the beginning here, and this is the reason why we bring on Icarus, right? Starting things off, just having his ultimate to be able to flip away everything in the beginning is going to set us in the right pace here. Now, we definitely want to use our abilities here and actually try to take down Doctor Strange and as well as Beast, because with them having a revive and a cleanse, we got to make sure that they're taken care of. But as well, what makes this initial wave pretty frustrating is they also have Psylocke, who can also cleanse as well on top of that Groot, but you can leave him because he is tankier. So you can see I stunned Beast right away, so that way he can't use his abilities. But then we do go ahead here and try to finish off, yeah, Doctor Strange going down, and now we can just resume our attacks here and try to finish off Beast as well. And this is why I love Icarus's abilities, just how powerful he is. Then after finishing up those 2 guys, we're going to be in a pretty good place here in terms of this initial wave anyways. I would start focusing on taking down some of the damage dealers, right? So this is why I love with T'Challa. He's going to get a lot of turns, and he's providing a lot of healing too, just due to that fact. But you see with the 2 enemies down, what gets really frustrating about this initial wave is that they are actually joined by other characters now, Loki, Black Bolt, as well as Ghost Rider. So that's what makes it a little bit difficult here. So if you guys are able to weaken down enemies like you saw with Bishop there, it's going to put you in a much better spot once these enemies actually spawn. And you can see right there, just having the turn meter reduction thanks to Cersei. We're actually going to want to focus on, again, the damage dealers being Black Bolt here, but we also need to be mindful of characters like Psylocke too, because she's also got a cleanse, and Loki's special that can apply defense down and mind control us. So as you guys can see, I actually did get my T'Challa get taken down there, even though I just strictly focused on Black Bolt. But that's a win here, guys. If you're able to take down those 3 enemies, those 3 or 4 enemies, including Bishop and Black Bolt, in your first attempt, it's a huge win. Trust me, it's going to set up the stage for the next of the attempts, even though our allies are going to start going down, just because those are some of the higher damaging enemies, and getting them out of the way is going to be providing dividends for us here. Now that we've had them eliminated, we can start focusing on the enemies that are weaker, like Rocket Raccoon. Try to finish off Groot if possible, but you can see this is where Loki's value is going to come in. But this is exactly why we have a character like Icarus just flipping all of them, and you can see he has a chance to use the double ultimate for some devastating damage there. And then, yeah, afterwards, if you're able to take down Rocket Raccoon, shortly afterwards, this is a pretty good wave, just to micromanage. Unfortunately, we're losing T'Challa. We know that there's going to be another attempt afterwards, but at least we can kind of build up energy now and start using some abilities here, like Kestrel, just to try to get some of these enemies out of the way, right? Now, I wasn't expecting Ghost Rider to actually finish off Kestrel, but that's okay. I knew it was going to be more than one attempt anyways after losing those 2. So at this point, my mind was made up. We just want to clean up this wave and pretty much get things ready here for the next wave that drops following Ghost Rider and Loki going down. Now, if able, definitely leave Loki for last, just because he can summon clones and give you that chance to actually start building up energy, right? So in this initial wave here, guys, this second one is pretty dangerous as well. You can see the combination of the Young Avengers mixed in once again with Beast as a cleanse and Groot, and as well as having elements there, including Rocket, Raccoon, so just providing some damage there. Now, because we know we don't have our full team, at this point, I'm just really focused on doing as much damage as possible and not using the ultimate abilities of the Eternals, just because we're going to be needing them to actually flip everything. So that's why I just go ahead and just waste my attacks, let them use their attacks too. Even better is if you're able to get Groot or Squirrel Girl to actually use their cleanse before taking us down, that is actually perfect. And that way it can set up the stage, but didn't work like we needed here, but that's the first attempt there, guys. Now, once again, we're going to resume our objective from before, but you'll see that I didn't actually start things off with Icarus's ultimate because I'm actually waiting for them to use some buffs, and as well, I did not see the cleanse from the initial instance I met Squirrel Girl and Groot here, so that's kind of what I'm waiting on. But if you get a chance, though, you can see T'Challa just blinding Chavez. I highly recommend that, just because she can hit pretty hard. And we're not too worried about Baron Zemo because, once he does his thing and uses his abilities, he's not that much of a threat. So taking down Rocket Raccoon again now, we see the cleanse from Squirrel Girl. So that's a great recognition there right away. And this is one of the main reasons why we want to take down Beast too. You can see just how he grants energy and buffs to the team. Definitely something we want to be able to control, which is for sure why we need to take him down as one of the key targets. Now, we'll just continue attacking here. Baron Zemo is a good one to take down too, because similar to Rocket Raccoon, they're very squishy. So now that I've seen that the cleanse was utilized, I go ahead, activate Icarus's ultimate, and we do apply the defense down on Baron Zemo, and we just go ahead and continue doing work on them. And as well, Beast is another one that we need to actually be controlling, so that's why I go ahead using Cersei's stun there, controlling him so that way he doesn't actually top it up with another cleanse here. So now, really good spot, guys. We go ahead, we've taken down 2 damage dealers in Rocket Raccoon and Baron Zemo, and we got another key cleanser here, stun. So we're gonna go ahead, finish Beast off, and then it's gonna be pretty smooth sailing at this point. 17 out of 29 enemies left, and the good news is 2 of them don't really do damage, right? Miles and Chavez, yes, they're part of that Young Avengers cluster, but we see Groot now finally using his cleanse, so the timing was perfect, and now we can go ahead and actually start taking down the main cleanser here and start doing work, which is obviously here being Squirrel Girl. She's got that offense down, the heal block, a character we definitely need to take down. There we go. We go ahead and finish Squirrel Girl, and at this point I would just continue then to just finish off both Chavez and Miles. Order really doesn't matter, maybe just aim for whoever's weaker and leaving Groot for last, because this is going to be the best attack order. In the meantime too, make sure you're saving up energy and your attacks, because we need to prepare also for the next wave. Fast forwarding here just to save you guys a bit of time, and you can see we just catch that final animation of finishing off Groot, and this is why it's such a dangerous combination here, guys. In this next wave we got Ghost Rider here, so anytime we take down Greg, he's going to be retaliating here. There's Loki, once again that's Psylocke with the cleanse. Miss Marvel is going to be taunting as well, so that's why we go ahead, we activate Icarus's ultimate, and it's nice that Greg's not against us because we get an instant double ultimate from Icarus because of that fact. And now the main one we do need to be mindful of and controlling is again characters that do damage. So I actually go ahead and stun Hela, because you're gonna notice that if you leave her alone, she's gonna be spreading negatives on her against us, so that's why we want to aim for her. And then as well, now just kind of doing work and doing damage. If you're able to replicate what I did, just activating Castro's special, applying that defense down on all that cluster of enemies is huge, and then following that up with Icarus's special here, just do some devastating damage. But yeah, if able, again, we're going to focus once again on just these damage dealers, right? Getting them out of the way so that we leave the tanks as being the last enemy. I know sometimes folks would like to focus on, characters like Ghost Rider, because he's going to keep retaliating every time we finish off an enemy. But the thing is these other enemies that get in our way, like, Miss Marvel having the taunt, Miles Morales having the stealth, if you can get him out of the way, it would be really good. Or as well if you want to control Psylocke, but personally I'm a big fan of taking down damage dealers and taunts, just so that way I can leave those tankier characters like Ghost Rider to allow me to build up energy in preparation for the next wave. There we go. And now with Miles and Hela being taken care of, you should be leaving Psylocke and Ghost Rider as the last two here in this wave. And it's a really good place to be because, like I said, once Ghost Rider's by himself, he's not going to be doing much. And then Psylocke, if she has no good allies to provide damage, she's not going to be doing much against us. And then once we finish off Ghost Rider there, it's going to give us this last wave. And they're a pretty powerful wave here, guys. Keep in mind, they got Bishop granting energy and cleanse. The double Bishop with double taunts. Jubilee to give them additional turn meter whenever any of our allies go down. And as well as having Loki that can mind control, and the Hela that can spread negative. So if you're not careful in this wave, as you guys will see, it's going to be extremely dangerous if they actually get the right abilities on you. So what I probably should have done is actually used Icarus's ultimate just to kind of reduce the turn meter. But you'll see here kind of where I messed up here. So obviously with Kestrel, you want to apply the special and apply as much defense down as possible. That way we can get a good spot in terms of damage, right? But you'll see right away, Loki, if he gets his turn, he's probably going to take out one of your allies, especially if it's aimed against like a squishier ally such as T'Challa. Bishop goes ahead now and uses his ultimate, and you can see that almost takes down T'Challa as well. So at this point, I'm recognizing that this might be actually a failed attempt here, so I finally go ahead, which I should have done, which is using Icarus's ultimate right now, flipping all their positive buffs, which by the way is a good idea because that way you can actually use it against them. But unfortunately though, it's not looking good for us. It might be a lighter cleanup. I feel like with the way this wave comes out, it's really going to depend on some RNG if you get your turns before them, because you can see once they start taking down us, they're gonna get turn meter back, and then they're just gonna keep having a rampaging attacking continually on you. And at this point, when you have 2 or 3 of your allies down, you just have to settle for whatever you can get in terms of doing as much damage as possible, saving as much energy as you can, because you want to be able to at least start the attempt strong. So they go ahead, they do the thing, and they're gonna go ahead and finish us off here. And now we finally go in, guys, for the kill, for the final wave here and the final attempt. And again, do not underestimate this wave, guys. They're just an extremely powerful combination, just due to them having the synergies there, and especially if Loki's able to use a special right from the get-go. But we're in a good spot now. We feel good because we know that this is the last wave. We know that we have our abilities ready to go now, and that we're not getting blindsided, especially with us having taken down one of the bishops. So that was really huge for us. So yeah, for the very beginning, I would actually focus on Bishop, taking him down, because he's pretty much more than half the damage, right? And afterwards, at this point, you do want to save maybe squishier allies like Loki and Jubilee being the next targets here. And main reason for that is due to the fact that Beast actually has the cleanse and the healing, so taking him out of the way is actually really good. Or if you can even just stun him, that way they won't be able to get an additional energy, right? But he's definitely the next target that's prioritized here, just because of how tanky he is, and granting energy again with the heal. And you can see they almost take down Phyla-Vell, so that's why we go ahead and just try to tack on as much damage. Beast goes down, and guys, once they go down, the bishops with Beast, it's pretty much smooth sailing in my opinion. You really just want to go ahead and just start taking down whoever is close in health. So in this case, I found Loki is pretty squishy, so it's nice to take him down. And at this point, if you have Hela and Jubilee being the last two, as you see here, we just want to use our basic attack, save energy, because we still need these guys for the last and final node of the Cosmic here. Now, personally, I do like leaving Hela because she's got the Greg minions, and if you're able to take them down as well, they're going to be able to give you additional attacks. But if you have Kestrel like me, she's not going to be able to summon, so might be a false alarm there. But there you guys have it. We got 3 attempts in to get off and finish this node completely. And again, I like just showing you guys the repeated attacks here. Really, the bulk of the work being done in that initial attack, kind of setting up the stage, and then with the attack 2 making the bulk of the results there, as you can see. So there you guys have it. Hope this is able to help you guys progress further in your Dark Dimension 5 journey. Much appreciated. Thank you as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.